Hello and welcome back to my walkthrough to Crash Bandicoot 3 here on the Insane Trilogy. We are here with the level Hot Cocoa, and for some reason the clock has decided to disappear, which is very sad, which means we'll just die. It'll be sad, but that'll be okay. So we're here with Hot Cocoa. The reason that we're starting obviously in the middle of the level as opposed to starting otherwise is because it's a pain getting into this level each time. You have to go through Road Crash, and at least it's only a short bit of Road Crash, but that's okay. It still can be a bit frustrating. Now, Hot Cocoa, the time that we need to beat is about 20 seconds. I decided to look this one up beforehand, mainly because, again, you don't want to be having to go back into Road Crash each time. So we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep going until we get the platinum. I have a vague memory as to what I had to do in the original PlayStation 1 version, but I think this one is different. There is also, and I do know this, that there is a glitch with which you can get an easy platinum relic here. It involves essentially triggering these nitros without dying. You can do it, not how I just did it, obviously. There are ways to do it, and if you can trigger those nitros without dying, then that means that you can obviously just go straight to the finish, and that's how some people end up with times of like 9 seconds. Obviously it's even faster if you break the nitros beforehand. I'm not sure if you can break those nitros without the clock disappearing. Anyway, let's see how we fare here. It's always an annoying level, to speedrun at least. So obviously this is slow, we're not going to win here, but it's like, I just need to... Okay, I think I do need to brake there in order to not hit that mine. That section feels tighter than the equivalent one in Ski Crazed. Okay, we only got 2 of those, which is unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I need to remember that even if you're holding brake on the jet ski, it does not stop. It does not stop. Okay. There we go, grab 3 boxes. So I'm sure there are multiple different routes that you can take through this level, but this is the one that I've seen and I prefer. And obviously, ideally, we wouldn't hit that nitro and we would just go straight through those 2s. Obviously, in this level, you've got to balance the crates that you get on the way there and the crates that you get on the way back. So naturally, the usual, we've got to race all the... There is a little hidden nub on of that island there, which is, I think, very annoying. But we still can't get through that second bit, so it doesn't actually matter that much. Just a bit there, clock. Okay, lovely. Because yeah, there is a very similar arrangement of bombs in Ski Crazed, but they are a lot more lenient than those ones are. A lot of people don't like this level. It's fine. I think as a level on a whole, I think it's nice to have a bit of a, what is quite a drastic change up to the usual formula, and I enjoy it for that. I obviously appreciate the frustration that it can cause, especially in a speedrun setting, as I'm currently finding here. But, There are plenty of the levels, there are plenty levels in this game which are frustrating to speedrun, that are otherwise very fun just to play through in a story sort of idea. Yeah. That is really tight. Really, really tight. Yeah, again. And again, we bounce off a bouncy island. It's difficult, obviously, to see the islands because the water level is constantly rising and falling, so you never really know exactly where the edge of the island is. I really am bad at that as well. Damn it, I thought they would go further, and they didn't. But as with all of these time trials, this will be a case of practicing and getting used to it. Getting used to the demands. Damn it. Damn you, mine. Yep, would have been nice to hit those. Again, I'm breaking TNT, like I broke a TNT crate there without, sorry, a nitro crate there without destroying it somehow. Okay, so that's close-ish. And I turn straight into that. And I definitely deserve to die there. Really? Damn it! Come on! Really? Really? Nope. Really? I'm... Come on, I'm braking, so why is it not... Again, if I can cut through there, which I've shown to be able to do multiple times, why is there no gap there? Yeah, I'm getting frustrated. I need to stop. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm getting frustrated with this, and we will come back at a later point, hopefully, when I'm no longer really getting stupidly annoyed with this. Maybe I'll find a new route, maybe I'll find something that will make this slightly less tortuous, but at the moment, this is not that fun. He says as he's trying to... Yep, exactly. I knew that was going to happen because you need to like line it up absolutely perfectly, but you can barely do that because the jet ski's so wobbly. So we are back here with Hot Cocoa, trying not to get too angry with the game as stuff like this keeps happening. I've simplified my route a bit because I checked out a few things online and realized that whilst my route is certainly fast, it's also obviously difficult. I mean, all routes in this level are difficult, but it's sort of like it's about trying to be efficient with it. I was trying to find ways that I could cut down on the areas where I could make big mistakes, whilst also keeping in the areas where I've practiced a bit. So like that first section and this second section, I'm trying to largely keep in the runs, even though they are pain every time you do them. So we now cut across there instead, rather than going up to the top and trying to hit those boxes. I'm finding that a bit more consistent. And then we get a choice of boxes there as to which ones we can hit, which is quite nice. I still have problems with that jump. So I will say that 11:55 is by far the fastest I've ever been to this section. Oh, come on. Yep, again, I'm spinning, like, when they do the little corkscrew in the air, you're like, that's why I'm dying. Like, I don't need a world record time, I just need to get platinum and be done with it, but it's just like, you can't do any adjustments in midair, so it's all about the launch, it's all about the angle of launch off these ramps, and at the moment I am getting them wrong every time. Even as we start getting semi-consistent at the other bits. It's the ramps that are killing me. I have to worry about dying as much. It's because the nitros are forward on those, so anything that doesn't just go straight through the middle, you hit a nitro. You're guaranteed to hit a nitro. Nope, too fast. 20. And again, the only reason that I'm drifting left there, like, I've lined it up and I'm pressing the accelerator, so I feel like that should mean that I should just go in that direction, but it doesn't. It means that you still maintain a tiny bit of the momentum, like there. You know, because I was moving forwards, even though I'm braking, you know, obviously you still drift forwards a lot. But there's like a similar thing with the turning, certainly when you go over jumps, where like the remnant of the previous direction you had just before seems to still be there, and it just really ruins your day. Despite the success of my last go, I do not particularly want to do that again. Because that was faster. And I know that was faster than last time, so I'm hoping that we'll have enough. Come on, turn. We can have that. 15. Line it up. That should be it. Yes! Woo! Okay, it's 1923. We get it. Finally. That just took lots of practice and simplifying down of the runs and just being like, okay, I don't need to go for 16 or 18. Like, I think it's absolutely fine when you're doing runs like this, when you're chasing after difficult relics, to research and sort of to look at what other people do. But I think when you do that, you've just got to be really careful that you're not like trying to be too over-ambitious. There's no point in looking, like, there are some runs where you kind of want to look for one that's 4 or 5 seconds faster, because there are some really difficult tricks in it and you want to be able to sort of skip those. And there are some runs where there's no point in trying to go 2 or 3 seconds faster, and you might as well just go for one that actually nails it on the head, because that's as easy as it's going to get. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed this episode and my frustrations as we get through Hot Cocoa. And I hope you will join me on the next, where we'll do the last of the mainline levels and we'll get our final gem, at least final main game gem, and that is Egapus Rex. I will see you then.